Isn't this nuts? I think this has to be my perfume video setup forever, with all of this botanical madness. So as I have mentioned in my previous videos, I am pretty much a beginner. I am a newbie in the perfume world. I only just got into this hobby in March of this year. All of my previous videos have been me just trying new perfumes, smelling samples, trying to see if I could name the notes. So today I'm going to be trying a bunch of popular perfumes, and by popular I mean that they are either like a staple that everybody should have in their collection or that everybody should smell at least once, or newer perfumes, expensive perfumes, ostentatious perfumes that I see people talking about a lot. So, you know, Creed, Tom Ford, you know, stuff that people can't seem to shut up about. They think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bagels. Quick little heads up, I feel like I have to mention this every time I make a video. I am neurodivergent, I am hypersensitive, I have extra nerve endings, and I also probably have extra receptors, which is usually pretty cool because it helps me detect a lot of things that other people might not detect. However, I am hypersensitive in a bad way to things that are peppery or spicy. Black pepper, cloves, licorice, ginger, tobacco-y, you know, anything like that, anything that's got like that spicy, dirty kind of back of your throat smell, you're gonna see me make a face. I have a very, very bad reaction to anything that is spicy, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to do this in order of seasons. So I have a batch of winter perfumes, a batch of spring perfumes, summer perfumes, and autumn perfumes. And most of these are small, tiny samples from microperfumes.com because I do not want to spend a lot of money on something that may smell like garbage. So let's get to it. I'm going to start with winter perfumes just because, you know, you start the calendar with January. And the first one we have is Guerlain Shalimar. Now, micro perfumes is pretty cool because all of their stuff is legit, authentic. Prices are pretty decent. You can get a lot of variety for not a whole lot of money. However, I cannot open these. I cannot. I have a connective tissue disorder, and I have been slowly losing the ability to grip things with my thumbs because my joints just like collapse, you know, like I can't grip anything. My joints just, whatever. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be frustrating. This is gonna be a frustrating video for me because so many of these perfumes are really difficult to open. So I think, and I know this is probably a faux pas, but I'm going to do tiny little patches down my arms, and I'm gonna roll my sleeve down as I go so that it, you know, covers up the previous scent. So I'm gonna start way up on my shoulder because I just don't think smelling it on paper is the same as smelling it on skin. But it's also worth noting that everybody has a different skin chemistry. I tend to not have too much of a body odor because I have a pretty clean vegan diet. However, I do cook with a lot of garlic and a lot of onion. But that usually is a smell that just comes out of my armpit. I don't really smell like garlic through my skin. So, you know, I'm not a very oily person either. I know sometimes how oily your skin is can make a difference. I have dry skin, I have cool skin, I usually have a very low body temperature. So just keep that in mind as we go forward because how it smells on me may not be how it smells on you. So here we go, Shalimar. So I got this because it seems like a popular staple, like something that everybody should have, something that everybody should smell once, because it was like the leading perfume, the leading Oriental perfume. So to me, to an untrained nose, to somebody that has not studied much about Oriental perfumes yet, it smells It smells like soapy. It smells like almost like a waxy soapy. I detect a little bit of spice in there. It's not the first thing or the most overwhelming thing, but because I am so sensitive to it, it is enough to be off-putting to me. I feel like this is mature. Oh, and I'm getting a little vanilla too. I don't know, it doesn't really smell floral. It smells more like dirty, like more vetiver-y than floral. This doesn't seem to project very far. But that could also be because I'm using a wand, like a tiny applicator wand. I don't like using applicator wands because I feel like you don't get the full experience, if that makes sense. I feel like perfumes are mostly meant to be sprayed in a mist. I feel like when it mixes with the air like that, you get more of the top notes. But when you apply a perfume in just like a concentrated like dab, or like a, you know, like a little puddle, it's gonna smell so different. So let's see what the internet says. Top notes: citruses, bergamot, lemon, cedar, mandarin. Okay, so I don't smell any citrus in the top notes, and I think that might have something to do with the fact that it's an applicator wand, just like slathering on a little puddle of perfume rather than a mist. I feel like I pick up on top notes a lot better when they're like spritzed. Middle notes: iris, patchouli, vetiver, jasmine, and rose. Okay, I smell the vetiver. I'm not 100% sure of what iris smells like. I'm not there yet. Patchouli, yeah, I guess, because I interpret patchouli as being a little bit dirty, a little peppery, a little spicy. But it's not like the patchouli that you get in Angel perfume or Flower Bomb perfume. It's not that sweet. This is not a sweet perfume. Base notes: incense, vanilla, leather, opoponax, sandalwood, civet. Oh, I hope that's not real civet. I hope that's synthetic civet. I'm very upset because civet usually harms animals. Tonka bean and musk. Okay, so yeah, I picked up on the vanilla. I picked up on the wood. Leather makes sense. I do kind of smell leather. To me, that's almost in the same boat as woody. Tonka bean, anytime I smell a fragrance that has tonka bean, I always think it smells like vanilla. I feel like they're kind of related, or maybe my brain just lumps them together. So the tonka bean I do see being in there. Although these are the base notes. Usually you gotta wait a while for the dry down to get to the base notes, but for some reason, anytime I smell a perfume, my nose goes straight into the base notes. Like, I almost never smell any top notes, and my nose seems to go right in for the kill, and I always pick up on the middle notes and the base notes before anything else. And it's a little musky, and I don't know what opoponax is, but that is something that we will learn. And incense, I don't smell it yet. Maybe it'll come out in the dry down, but it doesn't smell terribly smoky to me. Overall, I think it's a little bit too mature. It's not something I would wear. But it's not bad. I've smelled worse, you know? I've smelled much more offensive things than that, so happy to have it. Happy to say that I've at least tried it. Okay, so now we cover up that with the sleeve so that it doesn't interfere with the next patch that I'm going to use. Oh, okay. So, Alien by Mugler. For some reason, this is rated as a winter perfume or a cold weather perfume. I do have a lot of full-size bottles of Mugler stuff. I have Womanity, I have Aura, and I have Alien Mirage, but I don't have a full-size bottle of Alien, but this seems to be like, you know, a big hit, such a popular fragrance. Everybody has one. Everybody, you know, I don't know. This is a really big hit among women. And I see and read things about there's the old formula and the new formula and blah, blah, blah. I don't know too much about that, so I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it and tell you what I smell. Again, I wish I could spray this. I just feel like I'm not getting the full effect. I'm just not getting the full beans. I can't get the full beans with the wand. I'm already smelling it. It has a much stronger sillage than the Shalimar. You know, I can smell it from here. It projects a lot more already. That smells like jasmine. That is very jasmine-y. But it's not a sweet jasmine. It's like a warm jasmine. Not a balsamic jasmine, but like, I don't know, like a woody jasmine. I'm also trying to remember what the notes were in Alien Mirage, because, you know, assuming that Mirage is a flanker of Alien, it should have some of the Alien DNA, and it should have some of the same notes. But I can't remember what was in Mirage other than, like, mineral notes. The whole reason I got Mirage was for that mineral-y smell. I really like mineral-y, metallic, salty smells. That's why I have a full bottle of Womanity, because of that salty smell. But yeah, I don't know. This is just jasmine, wood, and like something in the base that makes it really warm. And besides wood, I don't know what that would be besides woods. It's not musky. I think I remember reading the notes once, and maybe amber was one of them. Yeah, all I know is jasmine and warmth. So, we'll check the internet. Oh, the bottle is pretty. I should get a full-size bottle just for the sake of having the bottle, you know? Like, that's pretty. Oh, okay. That was easy. Jasmine, woods, and amber. So that's pretty straightforward. Those are the only 3 notes in the whole thing, and those are the only 3 things I smelled. When does that happen? Wow, I usually get these so wrong, or I only guess like 1 out of 10 notes, but the fact that this is only 3, I guess it's a little harder to screw up. Okay, so that was a successful smell. Roll the sleeve down. Try to get a patch of clean skin. Yeah, that doesn't smell like anything. That smells like skin. So again, we're still on things that were rated for winter time or colder weather. Chanel number 5. I got this because Chanel number 5 just seems like a staple. Like, everybody should have it or smell it at least once. It's one of those iconic, groundbreaking perfumes. It was the first to do whatever it was it did. I don't know. So let's try it out. I'm getting a soapy smell again, but it's not the same kind of soapy smell I got from Shalimar. This is more of like a lighter, fresher, bubbly soapy. It's not like a waxy soapy. It's like a bubbly soapy. That's, this is like the cold version of Shalimar. Like, Shalimar was like warm, woody soapy, and this is like cold soapy. I don't know if that makes sense. This is like more like a fresh linen sheet blowing out in the wind on like a spring day or something. And it is leaving like a coating on my tongue. It's leaving a taste on my tongue. Like, it tastes like I got soap in my mouth. Like I'm a little kid blowing bubbles with a bubble wand, and like, you know, stupid little kids put everything in their mouth, so it's like I licked the bubble wand. If there are any flowers in there, it's gotta be like green, fresh, aquatic flowers. So like, what's green? Like violet or violet leaves, or lily of the valley, or like a white lily, or like neroli, white rose. Yeah, it's just like really bubbly, bubble bath. There's something in there in the bottom that's starting to smell like Shalimar. I don't know if it's like turning woody or like, I don't know. Let's look it up. Top notes: aldehyde, ylang ylang, neroli, bergamot, lemon. I have to start guessing bergamot in any and every top note. Like, I don't know if there's any perfume that does not have bergamot as a top note, except for Alien, which we just smelled. But I have to start saying bergamot just by default. Middle notes: iris, jasmine, rose, orris root, lily of the valley. Base notes: civet, amber, sandalwood, musk, moss, vetiver, vanilla, and patchouli. Yeah, so the base is very similar to Shalimar, but the top and middle notes are, I guess, brighter and fresher and more green. Would an average Joe, such as yourself, want to wear this? I mean, if my husband were here, he would say, "You smell like an old lady." He would say that's an old lady perfume. And I know the real old ladies out there get really offended at the term old lady, but like, I'm not saying old lady to be ageist. It's like, you're a lady that is old, you know, like the same way I would say like, oh, young girl, young tween, you know, like you are the one taking offense at the word old. There's nothing shameful about being old, a privilege denied to many. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like a mature school nurse or school principal or librarian or secretary. You know, this smells, I guess because it's so clean, I'm associating it with like a sterile environment, like nurse, reception area. Although schools are hella dirty, you know, all those kids have so many germs. Maybe this would be a way to compensate, to like feel clean, even though it's so dirty and smelly around you, those smelly, gross little kids. This is good for like work, for like an office, for a desk job, but it's not fun. You know, it's not fun, it's not youthful. There's nothing like flirty about it. Okay, on to the next winter smell. Okay. I only have one more winter smell, which is good because I want to keep that above the crook of my elbow. That's how I know. After we got winter, and then down here will be spring, and then summer and fall, I guess. La Vie est Belle, Lancome. I see this a lot. People use this as a basis of comparison for other perfumes. From what I remember, it's gonna be like a sweet, fluffy, gourmand smell. Although there has to be patchouli in here. That has got to be patchouli because, kind of almost right away, it is reminding me of Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb and maybe Angel by Terry Mugler. But it's also really fruity. There's berries. Okay, I'm gonna say bergamot. Top note bergamot, because every perfume has a top note of bergamot. This is like a juicy fruity. So to me that means pears, pear, peach, watermelon, strawberry, raspberry. It's a little cotton candy-y, you know, it's got that like just really like sugared fruit smell. So there's probably also vanilla. If there's vanilla, that probably also means there's tonka bean, maybe. Are there flowers? Do I smell flowers? That's always the hardest question for me. Unless something is like very blatantly labeled some kind of flower perfume, I'm gonna forget to look for the flowers. Are there flowers? Okay, how do I cheat? How do I cheat and do this? Is there jasmine? Is there anything in there that smells like what was in Alien? Yes. Yeah, it has that, like, how do they describe jasmine? Heady? Indolic? Is that a word? Is that the word they use to describe it? It has that. It to me, it goes up into the sinuses and is up here. I don't know if that makes sense. But that similarity is there with Alien. So I'm gonna guess jasmine. There's jasmine in here. And I don't know, something purple. This smells really fruity, so, you know, my brain is thinking of like grapes and like pink and purple flowers. So like, I don't know, violet or like rose. I don't know. I don't know, but I think I've given up. So what did I say? Bergamot, even though it doesn't smell citrusy. It does not smell citrusy. It smells berry-y, but I'm just gonna say bergamot just because. What did I say? I said juicy, so like a peach or a pear or a watermelon, some berries and pears. It smells like berries and pears and violets and jasmine and vanilla, you know, sugary caramelly vanilla-y. And patchouli. Patchouli did kind of jump out at me. So let's look it up. Black currant, which is a berry, I think. I think that's what I was getting when I smelled like juicy berries, like raspberry, strawberry, I don't know. Black currant and pear. Yes, I smell the pear. It smells juicy. That's like the juicy peared jelly bean by Jelly Belly. Iris, okay, so not violet, but it is a purple flower. Jasmine is there and orange blossom is there. Base notes are praline, vanilla, patchouli, tonka bean. Okay, patchouli I nailed. Vanilla, yes. Tonka bean was just a lucky guess. Praline, I don't know what praline really smells like, but I'm gonna have to assume it's like a sugary, caramelly type of thing. Like when I was saying it kind of smells like cotton candy or just like really sugariness. So this is definitely younger, more flirty, more fruity, more like fun, but almost a little too much for me because I'm not a young, youthful, flirty, fun. I am not 30, flirty, and thriving. I am like 40, farty, and curmudgeon-y. I'm not actually 40, but my soul is geriatric. I don't know. It depends on your personality. If you're a fun 30-year-old, if you're high energy, if you just like fucking love life and love people, might be for you, but for me, I'm not fun. But anyway, that is the only 4 that I had in my winter group. So now we're going to move on to springtime, and we're going to try to fit all the springtime popular perfumes here on the lower part of my arm. So what do I got? Aventus For Her, Creed. Okay, so like I said, on all the message boards and perfume groups that I'm a part of on Facebook, it seems like every bro just is obsessed with Aventus by Creed. Creed Aventus, that's all I fucking see. So of course I wanted to see what the big deal was, so I got Aventus For Her. It's probably different than the Aventus For Men, but I figured I would, you know, just give it a shot, try it out. Man, I hate opening these. It just hurts my thumbs so much. Grabbing anything small has gotten so difficult over the years. Okay, right away, citrusy, lemony. It's lemony, it's tart. There's spice in there, but it's not warm spicy, it's cold spicy. So I guess that means aromatic. I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, I kind of like it. If you removed that spicy note, I would really like it. Because it would almost smell like a tree. It would almost smell like a pine tree, but not the Christmas type of pine tree, like a cedar tree or a juniper tree, some kind of fir tree. But that opening was really citrusy too. So lemon, bergamot, apple, like a Granny Smith apple or pineapple. And that tree smell. So there's, geez, okay. There's some dirt in there, so like vetiver. And the $1 million question, are there flowers in there? Are there any flowers in this fragrance? I don't fucking know. Oh, I'm so bad at guessing flowers. Green, so violet, violet leaf, iris, lily of the valley. What else is green and aquatic? Rose. It leans masculine. This isn't bad. This is not bad. This would just be like, I don't know, it's androgynous. I feel like if I were to embrace my androgyny and like chop off all my hair, get like a ruby rose haircut, and wear plaid shirts, this is probably what I would want to smell like. It's a little bit Irish springy, like Irish spring soap. Fresh, soapy, clean. I don't know what flowers are in there, so let's just look it up. Aha! Okay. Green apple, bergamot, lemon are all in the top notes, which I did guess. I did guess violet. There's supposedly patchouli in here. If there is patchouli in there, it's not as dirty as like all the other things I've smelled so far. There's pink pepper in there, which makes sense because, you know, I've never smelled pink pepper by itself, but every time I have smelled something with pink pepper in it, I go, oh, that's peppery, that's spicy, but not warm spicy, that's cool spicy. So I guess pink pepper is cool spicy. Middle notes, musk, sandalwood, rose, and styrax or styrax. I don't know what that is. It's another thing we gotta look up at the end of the video. Base notes, black currant, peach, amber, ylang-ylang, and lilac. It is starting to turn a little bit fruity. Like now that it's sat for a couple of minutes, I am starting to smell the peach and the amber. Not so much the ylang-ylang yet. And I don't smell the berry black currant smell, and I'm not entirely sure what lilac smells like. But, I mean, I guess it's good. I guess it's a good sign when a newbie like me can guess the notes and be accurate, because that means, to me, that means that the perfume, or the perfumer who made the perfume, was very intentional and deliberate. You know, like, they're not trying to trick you. That takes talent, I guess. I mean, I don't know anything about perfuming, although I would love to learn. As I said, one of the reasons I am hoping to monetize this channel is so that I can use the funds from this channel to pay for real perfume school, because I would love to know the science and the chemistry behind crafting something like that. Like, how do you make a perfume so deliberate? So that was cool. That was a cool one. A little too masculine for me. Because, you know, I like to pretend that I'm a fairy, an old grumpy fairy. I like to pretend that I'm a fairy, so something a little more feminine, but not necessarily fruity and flirty. Okay, this spot right here smells like just clean skin, nothing on it. Oh, Good Girl Gone Bad, Kilian. Good Girl Gone Bad. Isn't there like a song that was like, them good girls, I make them good girls, something like that. I make them good girls go bad. There's definitely a song that, whatever, I sound like really silly right now. Oh, wow. That's weird. Whoa. Okay. That's different. That's really different from anything else I've smelled. White florals and honey. White floral, honey, fruity, peachy, pear, peach. There's also a little bit of woods in there. Woody. There's warmth. There's like the white florals, but then there's like warmth and coziness. Okay, what are some white florals? Jasmine, even though I get a little bit of that headiness from jasmine, but it could be some other flower, like a daffodil or a narcissus flower. I don't know. This like punched me in the face, and I don't even know what hit me. It has a little soapiness. It's weird. It's clean but creamy at the same time. White floral, clean, creamy, and warm. It's going backwards. Like when I first smelled it, it smelled sweet and honeyed, and now as it's drying down, it's getting more mature, more of that like soapy smell. Man, they must have put like a fruit in the top note, like peach or something, because that was like really sweet and nectary, but just for a moment, and now it's turning into something else completely. There might be an apple in there. And what are some sweet flowers? What's a sweet flower that I have smelled? Coconut? There's almost something coconutty in there. I don't freaking know, man. I don't know. It's good. It's just indescribable, you know? I can't quite place all the things that I'm smelling. Top notes: osmanthus, jasmine, and rose. Middle notes: Indian tuberose and narcissus. Okay, narcissus was a lucky guess. I mean, no, I have reasons for thinking it was narcissus. Tuberose, I have to keep tuberose in mind because tuberose is a very sweet flower. That's a sweet white floral, right? Like, one of the whole reasons that I wanted Armani my way is because it was like predominantly sweet tuberose, and like I really liked that. So this is giving me that vibe, that candied sweet tuberose, and then the base notes are amber and cedar. Okay, wow, I like this one. That's really nice. I feel like this is a good crowd pleaser. I feel like, unless for some reason you hate tuberose, like there are some people out there that just hate tuberose and they're like, oh, it's so screechy, whatever. Like, this seems like a safe, pleasant people pleaser. I can't see people being offended by this. Next. Here is good. Okay. Bleecker Street, Bond number 9. So I've been seeing a lot of just Bond number 9 in general, and Bleecker Street, I don't know, the bottle looked cool and I saw a couple of people talking about it. I don't know, I figured I would try it out. And this is unisex, so this should supposedly lean both ways. This is like a less spicy, more soapy version of Aventus For Her. This is more soapy, less spicy, less sour. There's no tartness in there. There's no lemon and green apple and stuff, but it has that same green base. It's very green. This is like shaving cream. This is like Irish Spring and shaving cream. Like, I forget what shaving cream my dad used to use. I know it almost looked like a blue gel. Did it come out looking like a blue gel and then turn white as you rubbed it in? It smells very sporty. It smells like a sporty deodorant. It's just very green. Green and soapy. And masculine. I don't see how this is unisex. Are there flowers? Okay, green flowers. Green smelling flowers are violet leaf, lily of the valley, rose. I don't know. I feel like I'm just repeating the same things over and over again. It is a little woody. It's turning a little woody, but it's still just overwhelmingly green, so I don't know. I give up. Violet leaf, blueberry, cassis, thyme. Middle notes, cedar, cinnamon, jasmine. Base notes, oak moss, suede, patchouli, amber, vanilla, caramel. No. I don't smell. There's no blueberry, vanilla, and caramel. No, there's none of that. No, they lied. I get 0 blueberry and zero caramel, 0 vanilla. There's no sweetness. There is no sweetness in this. It's just green and soapy and earthy. I only smell the violet leaf, the cassis, the cedar. I don't even smell the jasmine. Oak moss. Oak moss usually gives me a weird feeling through my sinuses, and I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that sinus oak moss smell. Suede, yes. Patchouli, I don't smell the spicy dirtiness of the patchouli, and that's it. This is not, does not live up to its description. Okay, got a clean spot. Bal D'afrique, Byredo. So I know that this was formulated by Jerome Epinette, who I love. I love Jerome Epinette so much. So I think I have to love this. If I don't love this, I'll cry. Citrusy. So bergamot, lime, lemon. This reminds me of 2 things from my childhood or from my teenhood. This reminds me of Bath and Body Works coconut lime verbena, but without the coconut. Like, I'm getting a lime verbena smell in here. And I'm also getting, there was a Bath and Body Works smell called white tea and ginger. I don't know if they make those smells anymore. I haven't been to a Bath and Body Works since the late 90s, early 2000s. But that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of, like, if I layered coconut lime verbena without the coconut and the white tea and ginger. So it's bright, it's fresh, it's citrusy, green but not dirty green, like a leafy green, and like a, I usually don't like ginger, but in this way it's actually kind of nice and working with some kind of lemon smell to make it like a warm spice. Even though I don't like warm spice, it's like warm, God, how do I say this without contradicting myself? Because I usually don't like warm spicy, and ginger to me is a warm spice, but this is not spicy. It's not spicy ginger. It's like a pickled ginger, like a sour ginger, like a sweet sour ginger. I hope that makes sense. This does not smell like something that I would ordinarily pick for myself, but this smells like sparkly, like champagne. Like this smells like a summer day. I love Jerome Epinette. Okay, so let's look it up. Lemon tagitis. I'm just gonna throw out every possible pronunciation and figure it out later. Black currant, bergamot, African orange flower. Middle notes: violet, cyclamen, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, and jasmine, and the base notes are vetiver, amber, musk, and Virginia cedar. I don't know where I got white tea and ginger from. I don't know where I got coconut lime verbena from, other than the bergamot making me think of lime. So yeah, that was a fail as far as me guessing, but it was a win as far as me liking it. It's really like surprising that I like something that smells like that. Okay, last springtime perfume. Delina by Parfums de Malle. I saw Delina everywhere, and it turns out most people are more excited about Delina exclusive. I think exclusive just might be like the more intense version, the more potent version. I don't know. So I just got regular Delina. Of course, I can't open it. Just do this right on my hand. And we'll see what the big deal is. That smells rosy. That's definitely rosy. Sweet rosy. Almost woody rosy. There's something in there reminding me of a Christmas tree, but not in like the minty pine way that a Christmas tree smells. The warmth of the Christmas lights on the branches. I don't know. Poinsettia? Is it a poinsettia flower? It smells like Christmas, but red. It smells like a red Christmas tree, and that probably does not make sense. There's fruity. It's definitely fruity. Maybe like a red berry, like a strawberry, maybe. It's watery. It's aquatic. So maybe there's like lily in there, or like gardenia lily. I don't know. Rosy, woody, watery, sweet, but not too sweet. And something Christmassy, but without being minty. I guess that's the same thing as woody. I don't know. We'll look it up. It's nice. I would wear this, but I would not wear this during a time where I would get too hot and sweaty. Even though this is voted as like a springtime smell, like a warm weather smell, this smells like it would turn sour on a humid, sweaty day. Lychee or lychee. Rhubarb, bergamot, nutmeg, Turkish rose, peony, musk, petalia, vanilla, cashmeran, cedar, Haitian vetiver, and incense. I don't smell the incense. It is too fresh and like aquatic to be smoky. Obviously rose. I don't know what petalia is. I don't really smell vetiver. It's not like dirty enough to be vetiver, but who knows? Maybe it just takes a little longer to get to those base notes. Rose I smell, vanilla I smell, musk. It reminds me more of like a white musk. And like lychee and rhubarb, I guess that makes sense because it smells like juicy and fruity. You know, rhubarb and strawberry have similarities. So yeah, this is nice. This is something, as I said, I would not mind smelling like this. You know, this does kind of smell like me. I know you don't care. You don't want to smell like me. You're not interested in what I think smells like me, but it's fresh, it's clean, it's feminine. Sophisticated but not mature, not quote old lady, not sterile, not clean in the sterile way. Just fruity enough to be interesting, but it's not necessarily like a childish fruitiness. It's not like candy, it's not flirty. It's kind of right in the middle. It smells like a fairy, and I like smelling like a fairy. So that's the end of winter and springtime fragrances. I need to take a little break because my laptop is dying, and we'll be right back. Okay, so what are we up to? Summertime fragrances. In a summertime when the weather is high, you can reach right up and okay, so I have 4 here that seem to be popular hot girl summer smells, although I feel like they're all actually coincidentally unisex. So Creed Virgin Island Water. I have 2 Tom Fords. One is Soleil Blanc, one is Eau de Soleil Blanc, and then one is Carnal Flower by Frederic Malle. So let's just do Carnal Flower first. Ah! I spilled some. Okay, so right off the bat, that is like an astringent sunblock smell. People like to say that this is the hot girl summer smell, even though it's unisex. It's really sunblocky in a powdery way. There's spice in there, something spicy, something dirty. I would almost say pink pepper or patchouli, but it is still very creamy. This is like white floral, creamy, coconutty, tuberose, maybe jasmine. There's gotta be bergamot. There's gotta be like something limey in there. Yeah, it's just like creamy sunblock. Creamy, peppery sunblock. A lot of floral. A lot of white floral and maybe even yellow floral. Tuberose, eucalyptus, jasmine, coconut, orange blossom, ylang ylang, melon, white musk, and bergamot. Okay, I believe you. Yeah, makes sense. I think I smell all of those things. Maybe that like peppery smell is the eucalyptus. It's not like minty, you know, it's not mentholy. White musk to me is also a little bit, I don't want to say peppery because I don't like peppery, but I like white musk. Regular musk is like dusty, like old woody, dusty, musty kind of smell, and white musk is like a sharper version of that, like a peppery, like akigala wood. It almost has like a sharp, dewy, minerally vibe to it. It's not minerally, but like in comparison to regular musk, it's minerally. So maybe that's why it smells like sunblock, because it's got that like zinc oxide vibe, and ylang ylang is a yellow flower. I don't know if I smell the melon. Maybe I do. You gotta tell me what kind of melon it is, though. Like, it says melon, and they show a picture of a cantaloupe. But I don't like the smell of cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is always, like, kind of fermenty to me. But I like the smell of honeydew. Two totally, completely different things, if you ask me. Okay, so that's cool. You know, generic sunblock smell, I guess. But, you know, floral, white floral, with a little creamy coconut, just to make it interesting. I appreciate the eucalyptus. That's a little something. That's a little something. Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. Oh, wait, let me roll down my sleeve so that I'm not smelling it. Now, this is a rollerball because, oh, damn. That's, like, boozy. At first I got like lemon sherbet, like a lemon lime sherbet popsicle, but then it turned boozy real quick. And now I'm getting like a little bit of the coconut. This isn't a rollerball because a friend of mine sent it to me. She sent me the sample. She's my enabler. I love you, Amy. Thank you. Yeah, this is very citrusy. This is lime, like a limey ice popsicle, sherbet, sorbet. And the creamy notes are kind of making their way up, like they're there. That's nice. It's sour. It's not creamy enough to be sweet. If there are flowers in there, I have to assume it is also tuberose and jasmine because it's very similar to Carnal flower in the floral department. Maybe frangipani or ylang ylang, but it is heady. It's hard to get past all that citrus. There is a heady floral and boozy, but it was only boozy for like a second. I don't know if it's still there. Okay, let's look it up. It's like the very sour tart version of Carnal flower. Bitter orange, neroli, citron, bergamot, pistachio, cardamom, petit grain, pink pepper, and caraway. Okay, so I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I do not smell the spices. I don't smell the cardamom, I don't smell the pink pepper, I don't smell the caraway. For me, that's good because I get turned off by spices and peppers and things like that. Middle notes: tuberose, Tunisian orange blossom, ylang ylang, jasmine, and galbanum, we'll look that up. Sorry for butchering the pronunciation. Galbanum, whatever. And then base notes, coconut, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, benzoin. I smell the amber. I wasn't sure if it was in there, but now that I know that it's a note, I smell it. Yeah, this all makes sense. This is pretty good. Pretty good. Smells like summer. Yeah, that's a good spot. All right, so we're putting regular Soleil Blanc right next to it. I hope they're not too similar. Oh, and this one is a spritzer, but it didn't come out as a spritz. It came out in like a squirt. So it's kind of similar if I had just used another roller ball or another perfume wand, but yikes, I don't like this. It is the sunblock. This is like copper tone. This is like copper tone compared to Eau de Soleil Blanc. Eau de Soleil Blanc was like citrusy, tart, sour, lemon sherbet, you know, juicy, refreshing. Regular Soleil Blanc is smelling like dry, like powdery, like sunblock on my tongue. Oh. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's got like it has like a fermenty smell, like mildew, like the family beach bag sitting in the basement all year. It's like dank, not in a good way. I don't like it. It's like volatile. If there's any creaminess, it's like the kind of creaminess you get with like a bottom shelf American oak Chardonnay. Like you think it's creamy, but it's not. Eau de Soleil Blanc is so much better. Regular Soleil Blanc smells like garbage. I'm glad that I don't like it, because I bet Tom Ford charges like too much money for this. Pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper. Tuberose, ylang-ylang, jasmine. Coconut, amber, tonka bean, benzoin. Yeah, they ramped up the cardamom and the pink pepper, and I feel like that's all I smell. The coconut is there. It's like powdery, but it's not creamy. It's not a creamy coconut. It's like synthetic coconut. There's something really plasticky about this. And it's like, ugh, it left a coating on my tongue. Nope. Nope. Big old nope. Okay, Virgin Island water, Creed. This is even more sour, more citrusy than Eau de Soleil Blanc. This is like lime. This is like a whole ass lime. Like this wants to be lime. Like the margarita. Like forget pina colada, margarita. And I don't know if it's just the name of the perfume making me think this, because, you know, Virgin Island water. It's making me think of watery notes, like sea notes, a little bit of saltiness. If there is coconut, it's more like a green coconut or like coconut water. Yeah, it's good though. It's kind of like, it's so juicy that it took that powdery taste right out of my mouth. Like the gross powdery sunblocky zinc taste I got from Soleil Blanc, like this is so juicy, it just like washed it out of my mouth. Yeah, this is like a shot of tequila with a lime slice and salt. That's nice. I like that. Are there flowers in it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to assume it's all the usual sweet tropical flowers, tuberose, ylang-ylang, maybe jasmine, but it doesn't smell thick enough to have jasmine in there. Maybe frangipani, although I don't think so. I think frangipani is just, I don't know. Let's look it up. Coconut, lime, white bergamot, Sicilian mandarin. Middle notes, ginger, ylang-ylang, jasmine, hibiscus. Base notes, white rum, sugarcane, and musk. Yeah, it's a margarita, except made with rum. It's a rum-based margarita, or like a mojito without the mint. Thankfully, I don't smell a lot of ginger. That may be a bad thing for you, but that's a plus for me because ginger is one of those like spicy smells that I'm very sensitive to. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You know, we're going into fall now, so unfortunately I'll probably not wear much of this. I'll just keep it out of direct sunlight and save it for next summer, I think. That's nice. And since we're going into fall, I figured I would end this video with my 4 most popular fall smells. These are scents that have been rated as autumn fragrances. So we got Fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford, Portrait of a Lady, Frederic Malle, Cloud, Ariana Grande, and Baccarat Rouge by Maison Kurkdjian. I think I'll do Baccarat Rouge and Cloud last because I see a lot of people saying that they're very, very similar. So I want to do one right after the other and see if they are similar at all. Well, since we just did a bunch of Tom Fords, we'll start this one off with Tom Ford. Usually I hate Tom Ford, just because of the prices are astronomically stupid, and I have smelled other Tom Ford things and I was not impressed by them at all. The most recent one I could think of, with the exception of today, what was the last Tom Ford thing I smelled? Lost Cherry. I thought it was gross. It smelled like bad, like medicinal. Everyone said Lost Cherry smelled so boozy, like a cherry liqueur. It had almond notes, like an amaretto. And I spent a few years working in a liquor warehouse, so I'm very familiar with cherry liqueurs and like almond amarettos and stuff like that. It did not smell boozy. It did not smell like cherry. It smelled like cough syrup, and then it dried down to like big red chewing gum. It was not great. I didn't like it. So I'm usually more than happy to shit on Tom Ford, but Fucking Fabulous might, I might like it. Who knows? I'm getting a kind of spicy smell, but not spicy. I guess it's aromatic. Like a minty tree, like a pine tree or a cedarwood tree. I'm getting also like fresh, powdery, clean, almost like a baby wipe. I'm getting a little bit of that baby wipe smell, but I'm also getting nutty and creamy in a weird way. It's a lot of things. A lot of things are happening. It's woody, spicy, but not too spicy. What did I just say? Nutty, creamy. There's a little bit of sweetness in there, like vanilla, but it's like a green vanilla. It's not like a syrupy, sugary vanilla. It's like a green vanilla, if that makes sense. And there's maybe a little bit of citrus, but also a little bit of like lavender. Yeah, there's like lavender, I think. Alright, so let's try to name some stuff. There is citrus in there, so I'm just gonna say bergamot. There's bergamot in there. Lavender, vanilla, tonka bean, musk? Is it musky? I can't tell if it's musky or like leathery. This is similar to Aventus For Her in that I'm smelling things very deliberately, very clearly. The perfumer, whoever made this, was very deliberate and clear, not trying to trick you. Like, these things are like easy to decipher. Like, if I can pick these things out, and I'm a nobody that doesn't know anything about perfume. I mean, I know a little bit, but like, I'm just scratching the surface. I've only been at this since March. If a nobody like me can pick these things out, then I think that is a testament to how good the perfumer is. Just like straightforward, these are the notes, this is what I want you to smell, no tricks. And yeah, it's nice. It's androgynous, but like this is the first androgynous fragrance that I've smelled that like I do want to smell like this. This is not too masculine for me, but it's also not too feminine. It doesn't smell like a fairy. This is not a me smell, but this is a smell I would wear if I wanted to feel cooler than me. Because like me me naturally, I'm not that cool. I'm not a cool person. I'm actually kind of annoying. But I feel like if I wore this and other people smelled me, there must have been a strong gust of wind, because that was like 20 walnuts that just fell onto the house. But I feel like if other people smelled this on me, they would be like, ooh, she's a cool girl. You know, she's cool. She's like, you know, sophisticated. She's like suave. That's how I feel about this. Let's look it up. Top notes, clary sage, lavender. Middle notes, bitter almond, leather, vanilla, orris. Base notes, leather, tonka bean, cashmere, whitewoods, amber. Yeah. Nailed it. It's like aromatic without being spicy, sweet without being syrupy, just the right amount of like nutty and leathery, but not like tobacco-y. It's not too masculine, creamy. This is nice. Well done, Tom Ford. Maybe I don't hate you so much after all. Just bring your prices down, because I'd never be able to afford like a bottle of fucking Fabulous. I just have to appreciate my tiny sample and make it last. Portrait of a Lady. I know I hate this one. I took a sneak smell of this one and I hate it. I know I hate it. It to me, it's nothing like the description. It's like such a spicy, peppery overload to me. And I'm just gonna put like the tiniest little bit on because I know this shit is strong. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a little old lady-y. It's a little like aldehyde-y. Yeah, the top notes are rose, clove, raspberry, blackcurrant, and cinnamon. So clove, I don't like the clove. Like maybe my nose is just like refusing to move on from the clove because like I hate cloves. Middle notes, patchouli, incense, sandalwood. So there we have more dirty, peppery, smokiness. You know, I don't like, nope, I don't like any of that. Base notes, musk, benzoin, and amber. Do not like, I don't even really want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I just hate it. So let's do Baccarat Rouge. See what the big fuss is about this one. So it's sweet, warm. It does have a little bit of that cotton candy vibe, but like hot, sweaty cotton candy. It reminds me of Burberry Her in that like pink sweet. It's a pink liquidy sweet smell. Like melted pink cotton candy, if that makes sense. But there's something like medicinal in there. Not like rhubarb. It reminds me of like shisha at like a hookah bar. There's something like warm in there. Like heated but not burnt. It's not burning. It's like a warm dessert, like a cobbler. So yeah, let's look it up. Supposedly this is unisex, but I think it leans feminine. You know, if we're gendering perfume, I think it leans pretty feminine. Top notes, saffron and jasmine. Middle notes, amberwood and ambergris. Base notes, fir, resin, and cedar. Okay. How is it so sweet then? Is that really all just the jasmine? Yeah, it is woody. It's woody and warm. Yeah, I don't know what saffron smells like. Is saffron sweet? Is that what's giving it the like shisha kind of smell? Okay, so according to everyone, Cloud is a dupe for this. Cloud. Wow. Baccarat is warmer and like almost, I don't want to say soapier, but a little like cleaner than Cloud. Cloud is much more coconutty, and Cloud for some reason is already disappearing on my skin. Cloud is sweeter, more coconutty, more sugary, more vanilla-y, more like fluffy, not as warm. It's like colder. It's like It's like Cloud is the ice cream and Baccarat Rouge is like the pie. If you, I mean, they're similar. If you put them together, they'd make a nice a la mode. I can see how Cloud on a hot, sweaty summer day could start to smell like Baccarat Rouge. Like if you took Cloud and turned it a little bit sour, they would be more similar. Cloud is more cloying, I guess. So let's look it up. I think Cloud is more coconutty. It's like the coconut cream version of Baccarat Rouge. Top notes: lavender, pear, bergamot. Middle notes: whipped cream, praline, coconut, vanilla, orchid. Base notes: musk and woody notes. I'm probably like transferring the smells onto each other with my nose, putting my nose so close to my skin. Yeah, Cloud is sweeter. Sweeter, cooler, creamier. Baccarat is like a little more earthy, a little more vegetal. And I don't mean vegetable-y, peppery. I mean like Baccarat smells like it came from an actual plant, like something that grows out of the ground, like a strawberry or a rhubarb. Even though none of those notes are in there, but you know, it smells more organic, smells more natural, and Cloud is like somebody added a lot of sugar. That's it for now. You know, these are like the most popular names that I've been seeing floating around since I started doing this whole fragrance hobby thing. I have plenty of other stuff that I still want to do, plenty of other stuff that I still want to talk about. I have a whole like, you know, layering kit here, clean reserve, that I thought would be really cool to like, you know, smell around and play around with it, but this video is already very long. Very long. It's going to be such a pain in the butt to edit. So we'll call it here. Thanks for watching, and I will smell you later.